and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW, the Generational Wrestling Podcast. As always, it's yours truly, the 29-year-old piece of gold, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's resident Isaac Hayes, King 2 Code in the building. Bro, what's good?
Man, what's good? Man, what's up with you? What's good with you, bro? Man, it's Thursday. I know we didn't get the show in yesterday, man, but things happen. But we here today. We're gonna talk about that Dynamite. We had championship matches to start the show and to end the show. So whenever you ready, bro, I hope the people ready. We gonna do what we do.
Man, bro, you already know it. Let's get it in.
All right, man. First match, man, for that Mid Atlantic Championship, man. As we got the rubber. Actually, this is the second match between Jay Lethal and Orange Cassidy. Wasn't really bad. Kind of started off slow. You had the little usual antics. You had Jay Lethal bring down Singh and Jared and Sanjay Dutt, but of course the stipulation was they couldn't interfere or Sanjay Dutt would be fired. So we got a straight up match for the most part. For the whole match, it was cool. It was a pretty cool match. Nice little ending. Orange Cassidy retained, man. He retained that Mid-Atlantic Championship, bro. Other than the little in-ring shenanigans at the end, what you think of the match?
No. I mean, I thought the match was cool. Orange Cassidy, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he is the first male champion in AEW to have 10 or more successful consecutive title defenses. So that was cool, man. It's about time. It's about time. My boy Orange Cassidy got this due. He's been in and out of title contention ever since he came into AEW. And then it's like every time he thought he was about to get the big belt, they found a way to not give it to him. Then he was about to get it, and then he not got it. Then he was about to get it. And so now I'm glad that we got a title, man, that even though it's quote unquote, it's the mid-card championship or whatever like that. But I'm glad that he's having he's having a respectable run with it. And I feel like, at this very moment, he's a perfect guy to hold the title, man. Him and Jay Lethal. Again, I just told you, I think a week or two ago, I'm like, damn, I wish we kind of seen them do more with Jay Lethal. Well, now Jay Lethal, he's going up against guys like Orange Cassidy. So even though he didn't pick up the victory, like you said, the little stipulation with, if any of his guys get involved in the match, Sanjay Dutt gets fired. So it was kind of cool because, like you say, you got that straight up match, but then you kind of got Jeff Jarrett and Singh and everybody kind of teasing like they gonna get him. It was a whole thing, but overall, man, the match itself was good.
Right. So what do you think about Cassidy's title reign, man? I feel like he's had some pretty good matches. I mean, yeah, he might have had one or two that might have been but I feel like for the most part, he's had some pretty decent title defenses. And so I don't feel like they wasted him with this championship. Just your thoughts on that real quick.
No. I think it's been super solid. And he has such a unique style in the ring. Like, I don't know if I can recall off the top of my head anyway, a bad Orange Cassidy match. I mean, naturally, you got some that was better than others, some more memorable than others, but I don't really think I can recall a bad Orange Cassidy match. But his style is so different. It's like he starts off lazy, we know that, but then when he gets going, he gets going. And then he was in there, with Jay Lethal. So no, the match, I felt like the match was solid. I feel like the run so far has been solid. I will say though, AEW, I'm not sure if it's the nature of the beast or what, but I feel like there's either really good championship runs with that TNT championship, or it's really mid runs. I don't really feel like there's a middle. I feel like so far he's had a really good run. Not great, but good.
I don't expect it to be too great, but then again, like I said, I expect it to be respectable. For him to go up a few people. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't get an Adam Cole versus Orange Cassidy for the Mid-Atlantic Championship.
I'm not mad.
I felt like that would be a nice little, just a little payoff for later on. But I want Orange Cassidy to at least have one good victory over Cole. But then before Cole takes the title from him. But then again, I can understand if that happens. Next up, man, we got Top Flight. We got them boys back in action. We got them twins going up against a couple of other brothers who are 2/3 of the trios champions, the Young Bucks. And I got to say, man, I actually was not mad about this style of match
No,
that they
no.
had. I actually enjoyed like I don't say I say it too sometimes that sometimes the young bucks can get a little bit too extra in the ring, and
Mhm.
their heel work is extra. When they're
Yeah.
heels, they're extra. They're being arrogant and all that. So I got that, but they really gave these guys a great match. Like this was a
Yeah.
really great, entertaining match. I felt like really there was a lot of matches really on here that were really good matches. They had quality time, told a good story. But these two, and for them to pick up the victory, um, that's what really got me because I didn't think they were gonna pick up the victory, but I was glad that they picked up the victory over the
Yeah.
Young Bucks. What did you think, man?
No, excuse me. First of all, the match was phenomenal. Man, like, dude, first of all, to see Dante and Darius, back in the ring together,
Mhm.
having tag team matches together, you add another wrinkle into the tag division, right? Because it's like every time these two get together, they get started, and as soon as they get started, one of them gets hurt. And to see the chemistry they had with another group of brothers in the Young Bucks, I mean, like you say, as heels, super extra, I feel like sometimes, their antics outweigh the performance of what they can actually do in the ring. Uh, but I feel like when they're faces, all they got to do is just
Mhm.
concentrate on working and having a great match. And these
Mhm.
two teams, man, like they have chemistry. We just talked to the Gail Kim, we just talked to Mickey James. What's one of the things people talk about, man? You're only as good as your partner. You're only as good as the person across the ring from you. That
Right.
chemistry, and these two teams got it. I will say the thing. What the hell, Fandango and Impact? Okay, sorry. Anyway, the theme of
Yeah. Yeah.
that was so random. The theme of the match though was the Young Bucks. Could Top Flight finally get that victory over the Young Bucks? The Young Bucks was that one team in AEW that just kept eluding. They were just a little bit better, a little bit smarter, a little bit quicker, a little more strategic, using that veteran instinct, and they will always one up the young guys. And damn it, when they got that 1, 2, 3, I was like, oh shit. Oh,
They
oh,
brought it.
they serious. They serious,
Right.
serious.
Man, they
Oh,
got
we
that.
might
Like
get a
they
nice
got
little
that.
bruh. Like, okay. I can't see, Top Flight or the Young Bucks, either one of them letting that go too easy. So if we're gonna
Oh
get
no.
if we're gonna get a rematch, we're gonna run that back one more time or 2 or 3, let's go. But overall, man, the match was good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I feel like those two teams really, really complement each other.
Oh yeah, no, most definitely. And like you said, man, the Young Bucks, they helped brought Top Flight into the company, of course, and
Yeah,
and they've ran with it. They gave them an opportunity to show what they could do. They ran with it. They had a good match. They lost to the Bucks, like you said, and they've been, even though the brother, not Dante, I
Darius.
was Darius,
Mm-hmm.
injuries has not been in his favor for the last couple of years that they've been there. And Dante's been able to shine no matter what. He's been able to find his way to shine. What's going on, Kevin? And it's good to see them both shine together because we've seen what they can do when able to. We've seen what they can do as a tag team. So I'm glad that they got this victory. I ain't gonna lie, the pinfall was a little shaky.
Yeah,
The
yeah, a
reversal,
little suspect.
I noticed a little botchy, but I'm gonna let that pass because everything else was good, and these young boys came out with a victory, a much needed victory because they've
Yes.
been like on a 6, 7 match winning streak. So to have that now, now we Top Flight versus the Acclaim. Ooh, for
Yeah,
the AEW Tag Team Champions, you
yeah,
got two of your young crops showing, showing out in the tag team division with, with something on the line. So I'm
yeah.
not mad at that if that's what we're gonna end up going to. Maybe after this next segment, which ended up being the Ass Boys coming down, and of course they got their little issues with the Acclaim and Daddy Ass, and they're feeling some type of way, and then they don't want to let Masscaster do his rap, and then he does it anyway. And I want to know what he said that Tony Khan had to bleep it out.
Bruh, because
But
my thing
boy,
was he didn't bleep it out like a quick peep. That was like a good four second delay.
right,
I'm like, damn, what did you say,
right.
bro?
Yeah. He let that one. Yeah. So, and the crowd went crazy for it. So I definitely want to know what he said. We need Leo, the correspondent, to
Yeah,
reach out to us and find out. I know he gonna find out. But no, and what was kind of different about this time was the entire action of Billy Gunn the entire time. Like
Yeah.
when he was on top of the stage, like when they came out, like he was with them, but he was, he was just still being a little distant. And
Yeah.
even when Caster got to rapping, and it's like, damn, like I wonder if Billy Gunn was okay with it. Then you just see him, he just slow walking down this ramp. I'm like, man, something ain't right. Then when he got in the ring, when they started fighting, and he broke them up, and he both told them like, y'all act like champions, and y'all stop acting like spoiled, spoiled kids. And it was just like, damn, okay. I wonder
Yeah.
what's gonna come from this. So that was really the only thing about it was just his reaction. I mean, and then of course he had two words for everyone: family therapy. I had, so, bro, your thoughts real quick.
Nah. It was funny because, dude. So the that whole segment was what it was, but it was funny because everybody. I'm a mark, man. I'm out here with the crowd. He's like, I got two words for you. I suck it. And then he said family therapy, and you could tell like it was funny because even on commentary, they're like, what? Really? Oh, and you can tell they chuckling. They weren't expecting that. So okay, I don't feel bad because you done pop Taz, Excalibur, Shivani. All right, cool.
Right,
So I don't feel like such a
right.
dork. But my you knew it was coming. You knew it was
Yeah.
coming. I just hope I hope this doesn't lead to another heel turn or turn on the Acclaim by Billy Gunn. I hope they don't make him the Big Show of AEW. However, those are his sons, his biological sons. So I mean, that's your family, man. Them your seeds. So it will make sense. But overall, man, for what it was, I did notice, much like you, Billy Gunn being off in the distance. So I'm curious to see where this family therapy thing goes. And you can't make them a faction again because you already had them as a group and that didn't work out. So I,
Yeah.
I don't know where we go from here.
We'll see, man. But next up, man. So we got Hangman Page doing a interview with Renee in the back, and
Yeah.
basically, man, he's happy that he was able to come back and have the match with Moxley and get the victory. The only thing that he was upset about is that he wasn't able to beat Moxley for the championship. So,
Yeah.
he'll worry about that later on. But, uh, Renee asked him, how did he feel about knowing that John not only respects you and is admired by you, but despises it at the same
Mm.
time? Leo, we need to know what Max Caster said in the crowd on Dynamite, man, that they beat out, man. We need the correspondent to get into work tonight.
Yes, sir.
Um, what we I- what are your thoughts on just that little segment, man? That little, because obviously, man, there's some respect there, but I told you we're gonna get this. We're gonna get that third match. We're gonna get that third match of
Yeah.
Hangman Page versus John Moxley, and it's kind of that we kind of seen that the seeds of if it being seeds being thrown in there, for what's going to happen in the next match. What are your thoughts on that? I'm getting tongue tied.
No. You good, man. Hey, the voice that get up moist and the people's choice, man. I do that to the people, man. But anyway, all jokes aside, not really, but anywho, so this is what I like about AEW. And we can criticize it all day. The addition of Renee Paquette as
Uh-huh.
a backstage interviewer, because what was the one knock on WWE, right? And this isn't bashing, but let's be real. As fans, we said that the announcers, the backstage announcers, they had no personality. They were robotic. They didn't really add much to the interview, And then so now you get Renee Paquette, who is just so expressive in everything she does. If she like it or she likes you, you're going to know that. If she hates you or despises you, she's going to let you know that. You're not about to talk to her crazy and things. She's just about to be one of them other announcers and sit there and just, oh, la, 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 la. She don't give a damn. If she got a man that's going to whoop your ass and she know it. So, with that being said, okay, so you got Renee Paquette, you got Hangman Page. You could tell Hangman, he was conflicted. But the thing that they kind of was like, ooh, okay, I want to see where this goes. When she told him, like you said, Too Cold, that her husband has a newfound respect for Hangman. Hangman, he didn't take the bait. That didn't make him feel any type of way. He didn't give a damn. He like, yeah, I told your husband I was gonna beat his ass, and I'm glad he respected me. but I did what I said I was gonna do, and I whooped his ass. Oh, by the way, how
Respect
you do?
and despise at the
Yeah,
same time. Can't forget that. He despises that. But you can't. How can you not respect a man that comes back and whoops your ass
but shout out
and
to
gives it
her.
right back to you though? Oh,
But
for
shout out
sure.
to her.
Because Renee is awesome, man. She has
But she kept her
personality.
composure because when he was
She's a
because he like he was
professional.
talking greasy to her, but you could tell because you could see like the wife in there wanted to come out, but she kept it professional. But you could tell like when they was done, she was like, yeah, okay, all right.
Because she ain't, I mean, let's be honest, man. She ain't gotta say nothing, man. John Moxley will go out there and she know who she married. She like, I ain't gotta say nothing. John will do all the talking. I ain't gotta speak for
Yeah,
him. That's the last thing I gotta do. You know who he is. I
yeah,
know who he is. They know who he is. I ain't worried. We gonna do this interview and I'm gonna walk away. All right, and that's it. But that's what we like about her, man. Renee's
yeah,
gonna she gonna ask what she gonna need to ask. She gonna ask her questions. She gonna ask what the people want to know. And you answer it, you answer it. You don't, well, we gonna move on. We'll catch you later. Next interview, boom, whatever it is. So
right,
no,
right, right.
I do like that Renee's there because she make and just her being who she is and it being consistently her just makes it gives it that true backstage feel. And I think that's
Absolutely,
cool. I don't think Mark Henry will be too bad. But he's good with the main event spot. You
yeah,
know
yeah.
that's his thing. He's good with that.
It's time
Uh right. It's time for the main event.
for the
All right,
man.
man. Ricky Starks, he beat
Yeah,
Swagger. He beat Swagger. Ricky
yeah.
Starks beat Swagger. It was cool. I'm not nothing. I'm going too crazy for. Uh, and then of course, man, we ended up getting. I mean, we had a Jericho JSA thing, going on, and whatever. But I want to get to this match. I'm skipping over that because it ain't really that important. I'm skipping over that. I want to talk about Bandino versus Bryan Danielson,
I figured you
bro.
said that.
Oh yeah, because man, that dude. Okay, again, another one of these matches that was on the show that Tony Khan just let these guys go out and do what they do. Man, bro, I liked the match. I thought, again, you had technical, you had submission, you had reversal, you had counter, you had two guys that were hitting and like they weren't holding back. And in the end, and Bandino, man, like, dude, they say this dude is old, but man, he look like he is in his prime. Like he's just getting good and about to be great.
Mhm.
So, what is your thoughts on the match, man? As we get to Don Bassey, Don, what's up, baby?
What's up? What's up? What's up, big dog? Yo, Bandido is. Hey, first of all, we gotta
Mhm.
keep in the forefront of our brains. Bandito was a bad motherfucker. That's a bad man. I mean, did you not see the match that he had with Chris Jericho? It was
Yeah,
fantastico. And then he
yeah.
came out and he had this dude, him, Danielson, bro. Okay, first of all, when they did announcements and stuff like that, and they did the weights and everything, um, I didn't realize he was like only like 180 something. I'm like, what
Mhm.
the hell? Like, what kind of jacked ass shit are you on? And dude, like,
But he ain't that jacked though. Like he's jacked, but he ain't jacked
no, no,
though.
no, no. He's I'm saying like he's jacked for his size. When I look at it, I'm like, bro, I'm 227, bro. So it's like, what the hell? I'm looking at Bandito like, sheesh. Let me get on your workout plan, home slice. But no, but no, dude, like the way he can manipulate his body and
Mhm.
position himself for strength maneuvers is crazy. Like it was one spot where he held Danielson like up in the air, but Danielson was like at like a 45-degree angle, and then in the same breath lifted
Straightened
him
him
up
up.
effortlessly straight up in the air. I'm like, without a struggle. And I'm like, how is
Oh, he
this
struggled.
man
Oh no, he
doing?
struggled because he almost dropped him a couple of times. You could tell he almost dropped him a couple of times, but he was able to recover. But yeah,
Yeah.
nah, he almost got him one time. He almost looked like he dropped him.
But it's funny because Danielson, it's the attention to details when it comes to guys like
Mm.
Danielson. Because even though he came out to a face reaction and he was all smiley in the beginning, it got to a point where the crowd was clearly 100% behind Bandito, and that's when you
Mhm.
kind of seen. I'm not going to say heel because he wasn't really being a heel, but you could tell Danielson knew his role in that moment. Okay, clearly I'm not the crowd favorite, so I'm gonna do some shit. Okay, y'all want to cheer for him? I'm gonna make y'all cheer for him. So I like that little aspect of it. Then of course after the match, man, they shook hands and it was what it was. But man, bro, Danielson, let me ask you this. Let me flip the question around on you, sir. Is this Danielson's best run in professional wrestling?
Yeah, because he's been consistently wrestling so much. I
Including the
think
yes move.
well, I was gonna say I think it may be the second best
Okay.
run because
Okay.
the yes movement,
That was on a
to a
whole
certain,
nother level.
it was on, yeah, that was a whole nother thing. But at the same time, it had stall moments too. Like the yes movement was there, but a lot of it was just him getting beat up by like four people all the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot of times I feel
Yeah.
like it was there, but the yes movement. Honestly, the highlight of the yes movement was the occupation of Raw. Is when he had the fans come out. That
Yeah.
right there was the epitome of the
Yeah.
yes movement. Like,
That
yeah,
was cool.
having the
Yeah.
crowd saying yes in the crowd was cool, but when you had the fans outside the ring, surrounding the ring, holding the show hostage, demanding that Daniel Bryan gets his opportunity at
Yeah.
WrestleMania. Like that to me was the highlight, and that was all the yes movement needed to be. Because to me, that just pushed it further. Like, yeah, it was a thing, but when you had that and you saw the power behind it of him getting his back, yeah,
Yeah.
then it became bigger. And I think that you can't top winning at WrestleMania. Not twice, beating three Hall of Famers. You beat, and with a collective, I think 32 championships. You beat three guys with the collective of three: Triple H, Batista, and Randy Orton. Let's just say 30 something championships. All right, not to be
And don't
exact,
forget
but
the fact, all three of them, Hall of Famer and or future Hall of Famer.
right. So it's like you beat all three of them on the grandest stage of all. That will always be the epitome. But I think what he's doing now is just this run of just putting on good matches and
Yeah.
putting on good matches with guys we never thought you would see him wrestle. And those guys are also, showing what they can do. I want to answer Bass's question that he had before. I do think he was hinting at possibly a elite reunion, Heyman Page at the end. I do
Which,
think that there's a possibility of that because
bruh,
they still haven't finished that. They kept teasing it, but then he ended
yeah.
up getting hurt, and then they ended up doing what they was doing, so it kind of went away. So I do believe that that it is what it is. The Kofi movement was cool, but uh, I feel like this was I would put this a little higher than that because that was more for Kofi than it was for Bryan Danielson.
Yeah. Yeah.
But okay, so Bryan Danielson, great match, Bandido. He picks up the victory. MJF comes out and man, he seems to be a little bit more vicious. He doesn't seem to be joking around this week. He seems to be a little bit more meticulous about what he's going to say and what he's doing and how he's going to go about it, man. What you think of the promo, man, he cut before he offered some money to Brian Cage and then slapped the shit out of him and then told him to make sure he breaks his arm.
Dude, did you see how fast Renee dipped when MJF slapped him? She
Yeah,
got up
no,
out of
I'm
there
out.
quick.
Oh, I'm out.
She said, nothing to see here.
Exit right.
Man, I like this version of MJF. This is an MJF who I don't feel like is bitching and complaining just to be bitching and complaining. He knows. He knows. Like he said, he reads the internet. He sees. He hears the chatter. Bruh, you got the American Dragon, one of the best wrestlers on the face of God's green earth to ever lace up a pair of boots or put on a pair of drawers. Dude, Bryan Danielson. Dude, nobody thinks you're going to go 60 minutes with him and look credible. Come on,
But
now.
that's what makes this story so great. That he's having
Exactly.
Bryan Danielson fight
Yeah.
all these people. By the time he gets to this match, he's gonna be too tired for the 60 minutes. Which it's like, wow, that's kind of actually genius. But that's what makes him so methodical about him.
It's genius as hell because when you think about it, you could play on the
Evil
story that
genius.
you could play on the story that okay, Danielson, he might not be at his quote unquote best, which in reality, who would be after going through all of that? Then you got to go through 60-minute Iron Man match with a man who probably at that point won't even have wrestled for at least a month or more. So it's like it doesn't have to be a great match because you
No,
could just play on the fact that about 10 minutes into it, that Danielson is all tired and beat up and worn out, and then you could allow MJF to kind of run the clock, run the clock down a little bit, so to speak. And then, of course, towards the middle of the
oh
match,
yeah,
they pick up, and then towards the end of the match, they do what they do with 1, 2, 3. But I like this because MJF says, "Hey, you caught it too cold. You know, you're not gonna like me. You see the guy you've been seeing, the guy in the past. Oh man, that was me going half-ass. That was me at 50%. That was me with a mask on. That was me just being a shell of myself, kind of just gliding through because I know I could. Oh, but
right.
trust me, since y'all think I can't do it, let me show y'all who I am. Oh, I'm the best, and I know I'm the best, and I'm gonna show y'all why. When I was going off TV for those months, while Warner Brothers wanted me back, while Tony Khan wanted me back, while I'm the highest paid guy, one of the highest paid guys on the roster, one of the highest paid ever at my age to do what I do. And I'm gonna let you know right now, it ain't about you. It's about the money. And I'm gonna show you why I get paid all this money. So he's talking a lot of shit. I'm just really waiting to see if he gonna back it up. That's my thing. It sounds good. I'm invested. Just please back it up.
Well, we gonna see, man. We got plenty of time, man. We got plenty of time to the next pay-per-view. So we definitely gonna see. Tony gonna build it up. And I can't wait to see how far it goes. All right, man. So next up, man, we got my girl, man, Willow Nightingale
Yes,
going up against
sir.
your girl, that one and only man, Toni Storm. Hey,
Yes,
bruh,
yes,
bruh.
yes.
Um,
Talk to me, because, bro, we didn't
um,
talk. We didn't talk. What did we talk about? Impact. What did we say the biggest knock back in the day in Impact was? The WWE originals, the WWE rejects, everybody coming in, invading Impact Wrestling, and then what we got in AEW, we got a storyline brewing because Saraya talking crazy about these AEW originals too, Cole. She talking
nah,
crazy.
she ain't just talking greasy, but she got Tony Storm rocking with her. So look, her. Okay, look. So her, Tony and Willow have a nice match. But the one thing I noticed and I liked about this match was that
Yeah,
Willow showed more attitude. She
yeah,
didn't. She
yeah,
wasn't so happy. She was giving them a little bit of attitude, a little bit of back.
yeah,
She wasn't taking it, man. She was throwing them things, man. So I
yes,
like that.
yes,
And the fact that we got a Tony Storm with one Saraya, you know, she's distracting the referee. She's doing heel
yeah,
shit. All
yeah.
right, then Tony Storm. Well, look, she's holding on to the tights.
Come
Oh, to
on.
get the victory. And then
Yeah,
Saraya running in and she kicking with my hold up. Wait a minute. What's
yeah.
going on here? Okay, cool. This is where we going. All right, cool. If you
Mm-hmm.
go, but I like the fact that you have Ruby Soho with her, as that someone, that's kind of giving her that help, help her kind of build that edge, which is fine.
Right,
But
right, right.
I'm actually looking forward to this, man. And I want my girl Willow to get her get back on Tony Storm. I was
Yeah.
all for Tony Storm, but now Tony done messed up now. So Tony on the
Mm,
wrong side because
mm.
I'm all Willow, man. I told you, man. I like this girl, man.
Yeah.
She is got definitely something about her, and I tell you, the more we get to see her, the more she's going to get better in the ring. Little by little, she's going to get better, and as long as she could just tune that attitude up a little bit, in which I
Mm-hmm.
believe since that tag team hardcore match, street fight
Yeah.
match they had last
Yeah.
week, I think ever since then she's left that volume up, and I like that, man. What did you think, man? I mean, I kind of gave your thoughts, but further elaborate.
No, 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 for sure. Well, first of all, my brother, again, man, you and I, we are simpatico right now. We are in sync, and I ain't talking about Justin Timberlake and Lance Bass and all the other ones. Bro, let me tell you something, man. You hit the nail
Mhm.
right on the head. Willow has week by week by week. She's still coming out a little happy, but each week it's like she's getting more and more serious. She's starting to little less antics, a little more ring work, a little less antics.
Mhm.
Right there, and that tag team match against TJ last week with Ruby
Mhm.
Soho, where
Mhm.
they channeled their inner delis. I like that. Yeah, give me more
Mhm.
of that. And first of all, and I mean this with all due respect, all due respect. for her size, Willow can move like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And to see her work is amazing. I love her not only as a character, but I love her as a worker. She's great. Now let's talk about Toni Storm, or let's talk about Saraya and things of that nature. Now I'm gonna add a little more fuel to the fire. Speculation, just speculation, and rumors, if you will, assumptions, that there's talks of possibly adding Athena to the whole stable with Toni Storm and Saraya as the anti AEW originals, and then talks of adding a Jade Cargill to and a Britt Baker to that side. So I'm like, ooh, to the other side. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, bro, like if this is what we're doing, and the talks are this, the talks are they're possibly going to come up with not a war games, what they call it, blood and guts match with these two. Bruh, sign me up. Skip.
My only thing
Uh-oh.
is
Uh-oh. Talk to me.
I'm okay with Jade and Willow.
Yes.
I'm okay if it's not Britt Baker. I'm okay if Britt's not involved.
It just
I'm
need to be
actually
Sheeta.
okay if it could be. Well, I don't know. It could be Sheeta. Yeah, it could be Sheeta. It could be Sheeta because Sheeta has more of an investment with the choice that Saraya made in picking Toni
Yeah.
Storm. So,
Yeah.
and because Sheeta is an AEW original, she's not she ain't come from the other company. She came from AEW.
Right.
So her with Jay and Willow somehow, some way, I think that would be the thing. I like the Athena being added to it because
Yeah.
Athena's even though she's going to be the ROH Women's Champion, but yet
Right.
she's a champion. She's there. You got Jay. She's a champ. So you kind of got like a championship in each group. But
Mm-hmm.
again, I like it. Now Ruby will probably be a part of this group, but I want most of this group just to be AEW people.
Yeah.
Like, but I think you can pick one more. If you have to put Britt Baker in there, okay, cool, do that. But and that's fine. But I don't want Jamie involved. Like Jamie needs to be
Yeah.
focused on someone else trying to get the championship. So
Yeah.
they need to work on that. But right now, I'm actually not mad about the Jade part about it though. I think Jade and Sheeta will be a nice addition with Willow. And if it'd probably be Ruby Soho, which will be the fourth person, which will be fine. That'll kind of just help things move along faster. But I actually kind of like that. I'm glad you said that because now I'm gonna be thinking about that. We're gonna have to try to make that work.
Hey man, just doing my due diligence. I wouldn't we wouldn't be the GOW, man. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't report, what was out there. Fact or fiction. Hey, it's out there.
Hey, right. We'll give it a the quotation. We'll give the quotations. We'll let it be known that hey, it's a possibility. It may or not happen, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. All right, man. Let's get to this main event, man, because my boy, and I think, man, I ain't gonna lie. I think AEW was made for this man. I think
Yeah.
AEW is I think AEW is the place for this man outside of
Uh-huh.
New Japan. I
Yeah.
think right here in
Yeah.
AEW is where Sheeta needs to be, man. Because him and Darby Allin, my God, dude. When I say brutality,
Ooh.
brutal, hard, I mean not hard hitting, just hard. And that top rope where Sheeta called him in that armbar when Darby went to the ground, like, dude. There's nothing soft about that. I don't care about
Nah.
that mat being on the ground. There's still nothing soft about that landing.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if he kind of no, there's nothing really soft about that. But
Nah.
the reversals, the just that arm bar on the top rope, that flip that Sheeta
Yeah.
did to
That
him,
Kushida be doing.
bro.
Yeah.
Man, look, hey man,
Yeah.
he worked over that arm, that shoulder.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He made that boy almost want to tap out a couple of times, man. But Darby Allin, I call it the rabbit out the hat, what is it, the pull it out your ass, that little crisscross. Because it's like every time when he needs a victory, he'll wrap that leg up and he'll yank on that boy and he'll pull it out his
My
ass
man
and then
said
get
to
that
pull
one,
it
two,
out your
three. It's to pull it out your ass, man. He always pull that little pin move, man. I like it. I'm a fan of
Yeah.
it because I feel like, man, because the wifey looked at it and she was like, damn, that looked like that hurt. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I mean, you crossing his leg in front and you pulling the other leg back, and then you just yanking on him, and then you got his shoulders down. One, two, three. Hey, that because Darby's about to lose. Hey, he was about to lose that TNT championship. We was about to see a new champion. But I want to see this match again.
Yeah. No. Sorry. I was agreeing with you. No, dude. Bro, fuck. You said it. Okay. I'm agreeing with you a lot today, man. I don't like this. You know,
Hey man, you know what it is, man. You know what it is.
We need the banter, man. They say it makes for good content.
But man, look here, man. You can't argue, man, when the king is right. Come on now.
Oh man, hey, look, you know, hey, I give you this one. I give you this one. Skip. I give you that one. But I would think you right, Skip. I would think you right. But nah, dude, you said this, and I immediately thought about this last night, and I watched this. And I've been on record for saying this. I have not always been franchise. I've not always been the biggest fan of Kushida. I said it. NXT, it took me to damn near the end of his run for me to be like, okay, you know what? I get it. Like the whole time splitter thing, I didn't really care for it, but then it grew on me after a while because he was so good in the ring. And then he comes to AEW. And okay, did you catch this? So I had to actually rewatch it because somebody said something on Twitter, and I went back and I rewatched it. Did you notice when Kushida, when he did he was hitting a watch, and then the lights went dim, and then he hit it again. As soon as he hit it, the lights came back on, and he looked surprised, like, oh shit, they paid attention to my interest. Like you could tell he wasn't expecting. They like little attention to details like that, but no, as far as his stylistically. He doesn't have to cut a 15, 20-minute promo. I don't have to understand every word you say, how you say it, when you say it. No, because AEW, man, the fans know, the hardcore fans know. If you know pro wrestling, you know indie wrestling, and you know Kushida, you know, fuck all the talking. He gonna talk in the ring, and then a guy like Darby Allin. We want to talk about successful title reigns, title runs. Excuse me, bro. He's been it. This guy has now this one. Bro, they got something in Darby. You talk about an AEW original. This guy, I know he's not a Chris Jericho. I know he might not be Heyman. I know he might not be Moxley, Claudio. Okay, none of that. He's fucking Darby Allin, and he is great. I enjoy every single time he comes out there because he goes balls to the wall, 99 miles an hour every trip, and this match was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, most definitely. Two different styles, but yet they work so well together. Because Darby is, even though he's technical, but you know he's more he's more out of control. You know, he's more out of control chaos. More
I was like, no, what you call that? Controlled chaos.
Yeah, that controlled chaos. He's out of control. He's controlled out of control chaos because he's out of control in what he does, but it's all in what he just does. So it's control because it's what he do. Is what he knows he's gonna do because he's gonna live or die with it, regardless if he hit or he missed. So it's like, all right, you know what you're doing. So it ain't like you just randomly out here doing it, but it's like, bro, you all over the place. And that's the thing, you're all over the place. And Sheeta, you know, he's like I say, he's more methodical. He's gonna break you down. He's gonna hit you with the high flying. He's gonna hit you with all that stuff, but he's gonna break you down. He's gonna make you tap out. All right, man. So with that, like I said, man, we started with a championship. We ended with a championship. Tony Khan once again reaching in his bag, putting on a nice quality TV show. I got to give it a 3, and you know, I'm being generous, man. I'm whatever. I'm being generous. I'm giving it a 4. It was a good night. We know they don't really have nothing going on or coming up really all that big until the pay-per-view. So I can see Tony putting on quality matches up until then. You know, you might have an off week. I'm not sure about it, but right now with the level that the talent that you have with all the young guys stepping up, honestly, I don't even know. Even if Tony has an off week, it may not even be that off of a week. Like it just some guys, some matches, and some people just like, wow, man, you know what? That kind of just really shocked me. I didn't really expect y'all to be that good, or this, you know, that to be that good. So, you know, Tony reaches in his bag what he does, what he do, and we appreciate it, man. But with that being said, man, that's your AEW review. Tomorrow's the block party, of course, man, for SmackDown and Rampage. Other than that, man, we ain't got nothing else surprising coming up. I promise y'all, we ain't got nothing surprising coming up. And if we do, you know how we'll do it. Any parting words, man, before we get out of here?
Yeah, before we get off, man. Rest in peace, man, to Jay Briscoe.
Yes.
Definitely want to put that out there.
Yes.
Condolences to his wife and his daughters and his family.
And hope the daughters are okay.
Yeah. On our social medias, we really haven't posted too much. Just because, man, just being authentic, we're not gonna sit up and act like we've seen a ton of, Jay Briscoe matches or the Briscoe matches all together in general. Like there's been stuff we've seen here or there. Me, I've really been following them heavy on social media the last, year and a half, 2 years, especially with their whole feud with FTR. That really you kind of shed a light on me, on them to me personally. But at the same time, man, we still are very aware of the impact that he and his brother had on the business, and the fact that he was involved in what some would consider one of the greatest, trilogies of all time against FTR. Definitely got to get that man his respect. So again, man, rest in peace to him. Classy move by Tony Khan post AEW Dynamite. That was cool. Even though Warner Brothers Discovery, they weren't really rocking with it. Again, shout out to Impact Wrestling as well. Even WWE chimed in, man, and they gave their condolence and their respect. So, it's cool, man, to see wrestling fans, being less toxic and less tribalistic, man, they come together and realize at the end of the day, man, these people are all human beings. But with that being said, my brother, again, thank you so much for taking the time out to do this thing with your little bro, man. And to you guys, like my man said, tomorrow we starting with the block party.
Don't thank me, thank my wife.
Huh?
I said, don't thank me, thank my wife.
Well, yes. Because word is on the streets, Mrs. Too Cold is Clarissa Shields in that household over there.
Man, look at man. I don't play around. Over here.
Hey, Too Cold said, "Mama, I don't want no more.
I don't want no more. I don't want no more. I'm cool.
With that being said,
she let me come play. She let me come play today. Damn it! Shit.
Hey. Well, you know what? Hey, let's start while we're here because we got to play in the sandbox again tomorrow.
Right, exactly.
We gotta make sure you can stay up past 9. With that being said, hey, I'm gonna be talking like I ain't in the same position.
Right, I'm about to say, shoot, you lucky. Don't worry, your bedtime coming up soon too, brother. Your bedtime coming up soon. Don't worry.
All right, man. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW. I am the 29-year-old piece of gold. He is King Too Cold, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.